It's time for another story-filled episode of Tales from Helheim.
I like how you paused there. I think you forgot the name of the podcast, didn't you?
No, I wanted to give the whole, as they say, pause for dramatic effect.
I think you're lying. I think you forgot the name of the podcast.
I could never. This is like having a sixth child.
Welcome to Chucho and Damien's Taco Talk. Actually, that's a great name for a podcast. Save that.
All right. Well, it's forever in the episode, so
Trademark. TM.
we'll now have a taco rating podcast.
Exactly.
All right. So we got a couple more stories in this one. We haven't exchanged titles, so I don't know what his is. I don't know, or he doesn't know what mine is. But if you're ready, I think I'll go first on this one.
This has never worked out for us when we don't communicate the story. Didn't it happen like twice already where we ended up doing the research on the exact same thing and we had to change it last second?
Yes, but this one I know wouldn't be the case because I had to delve back 6 years to find it.
Dang. All
right. So this is how my mom almost got killed before I got home from school.
Damn, I have that exact same story.
Bullshit.
All right, go ahead.
I forgot to say, this is true. This happened to my mom when I was around in elementary school, and the land is really long. My mom always picked me up in elementary and middle school years. Safety. At least that's what she always told me when I asked her about it, but I am getting off track. The entrance to our farm lane sits between two very big hills. All of this is relevant to the story, though. You probably heard of the snipers that shook D.C., that Muhammad guy and his little 15-year-old friend. My mom, we'll call her Sonia, worked at a place called Ground Round, a now-closed restaurant near the mall in my hometown. She was working the late shift there when two men came in and were seated in her section. At first, Sonia and her guests were having a good time joking and kidding, as she usually does. But the conversation turns to the snipers in D.C. The two men ask for her opinion about them. Sonia turns to them point blank and called them cowards. The men were angry at that, but nothing else was said. Time to skip to the afternoon of the next day. My mom was in an old farm truck waiting for my bus to come drop me off. A bit more of some information. I was almost the last one to get off, and she was at the end of our long lane when a blue car comes past. It slowed down on the other hill to the right of our lane, coming to almost a complete stop. Sonia had the strong instinct to duck, and she dove into the passenger seat, almost to the floorboards. She crawled to the passenger window and peeks out, seeing the car has turned around and was coming back to do another pass-by. She remains on the floor waiting for the car to go away when she remembered I was coming home on the bus. She panics when she glances out the driver's side window to see that the blue car is gone. She sits up just as my bus comes over to drop me off. And I was never the wiser that this happened only a few minutes before I got home. It was a few days later when my mom recognizes the men in the car were the snipers that were caught at the rest stop on the news broadcast. This was after the woman in the Home Depot was shot and killed. Mom never told me this until years later when we were watching a show about the snipers. I shudder to this day of what would have happened if my mom hadn't ducked when she did, or was in our family van that had a console in between the seats. I sometimes think I would have come home to find my mother dead in the truck or worse. The two of us dead if the snipers caught us when the bus dropped me off. I really do hope I never have to experience anything like that on my own in life at all. May everyone please trust your gut instincts and be very observant of your surroundings. It may just save your life in the end.
Well, goddamn. That's fucking crazy.
Yeah, I remember when those guys were going around. I actually remember that very vividly.
I don't remember that. I don't know. What year was that? Do you by chance remember?
I don't, but I can find out.
Yeah, because that's crazy, dude. Just like last second instinct to like duck down. That's all that stood between her and being dead.
Yeah, yeah, that shit was nuts. So the shootings occurred during 3 weeks in October 2002.
Shoot. Yeah, I would have still been a little kid. I don't remember that at all.
Yeah, see, and I was just going into high school. Well, the next year. So, yeah, I remember being a kid hearing about that and just thinking, damn, like hiding in your trunk, just fucking shooting people out. Like, where the fuck did you get this idea?
Yeah, I would have been like kinder or first grade. Really,
God damn.
really showing my age there.
I
But
forget how old I am.
that's crazy though. Like, and then to be narcissistic and be like, "What do you think about those guys?" Like, you think people are gonna be like, "Oh, they're fucking badass.
Right. That's one.
You're fucking tubular."
One that's just more proof that people do a lot of the stupid shit they do
Just
for fame.
yeah, just for clout.
And that's one of the biggest issues is that instead of making sure that we're getting rid of all that kind of shit and not showing it, because I guarantee if you didn't show this shit on the news and people didn't see, oh, it'll get you fame, it'll get you glory, it'll get you this, that, and the other, at least in their minds, that if we don't see it, people are going to forget about it. It's not going to be as important, and people are going to find something else to do to get famous.
I don't know, but then that's kind of like it's a catch-22 as well. Because like, yeah, if you stop showing all that stuff on the news, it would die down a bit. But at the same time, the news is kind of a whore for shit like that.
Oh yeah,
So
everything is bad.
yeah, they're always gonna cover it. You're never gonna see good shit on the news. Okay, maybe like one good feel story on the news, and the rest of it's just like terrible shit that's happening. But I'm probably gonna have to do some more research into that shooting. But that's fucking crazy that her mom came across that.
Yeah, no, so they would drive around. I remember I thought it was in a van first and then to a car, but I could be wrong. But they would park the car, fold the seats down and lay in the trunk with a sniper rifle and just randomly shoot people.
Did they shoot like through the trunk, or did they have like part of the trunk popped open?
No, so they had the trunk popped open and they were laying in there basically using that as cover.
Oh shit! And they ended up catching him or killing him.
I believe they caught him.
They should have killed him.
Oh yeah. They should have just fucking
Shootout.
either shoot them or just blow the car up while they're in it.
That reminds me of that fucking story. I don't remember what that girl's name is, but I think she was like 13, 14, and she had like a hunting rifle and she was propped up her window,
Yeah.
like her attic window, and she was shooting like into the schoolyard. I was like real close. And then when they asked her why she did it, it was just, I hate Mondays. And then they ended up making up a song about it.
See, and that's just another thing that screams out like, I'm not going to get too far into it because that's not what this podcast is about. But
We'll do another one about it.
with the gun shit, everybody blames guns, but it's like, oh, look, if that person had access to free mental health,
Yeah.
that might not have been the case.
I don't know. I think as long as there's fucking mentally ill people, there's always going to be shit like that. Because it does, I I can clearly say no fucking sane person would go around like, I'm going to kill just a bunch of random people. Like, no, you have to be mentally ill for that. Instead of trying to ban guns, why don't you try like, hey, universal health care? Like, yeah, I get that there's still like shootings and all that, but then that's more like gang mentality. I'm talking about like mass shootings. Like, you have to be mentally ill to just go into like a place and fucking shoot it up. Like,
Yeah.
instead of spending money on try to just like get legislation to block out like, oh, don't let them have guns and all that, they're still gonna get their hands on it. It's not gonna stop it.
Yeah.
You know what will help stop it? If you let these people go into a psychiatrist or a fucking therapist and talk to somebody about it, try to fucking help them out without having to pay fucking $200, $300 per visit.
Well, and then too, it's like, do people forget that criminals are criminals for a reason? If you put up a law, the law-abiding citizens that are carrying guns will abide by it.
You're gonna piss them off, but
a criminal, if you say no guns, they're going to be like, oh, well, I'm coming in with 10.
exactly, that's the thing that they have the wrong focus in mind. Like, it's not gonna stop people from killing people. I'm pretty sure we're like the leading country in fucking like mass shootings.
Oh, yeah. And it's terrible.
Yeah, it's gotten to the point where like we're getting desensitized to it. Like, I feel bad saying it, but like the last couple of shootings, I didn't even know about. I literally found out maybe like a month later if there was a shooting. Then I just kept going through my day. Like before, like when it happened, like with Columbine and
Oh,
Virginia Tech was like that, like it would freeze the nation. Like everybody would stop, and then it's like the day would shut down. Now you hear it and you just get on Twitter and like, oh, thoughts and prayers.
yeah.
That does nothing. Your thoughts and prayers don't help anything. If you really want to help, try to get these people help, mental help before they do some shit like this.
Well, it's like this story too is a prime example. You know, just because she gave these guys that she didn't even know was them, calling them out for being cowards,
Yeah.
they were gonna fucking off her.
Oh yeah, because they're like I said, they're narcissistic. They're fragile.
Wait,
They like you want to think like, oh well, how can serial killers be fragile or mass shooters be fragile? Like yeah, they're to this point because their psyche is so fucking warped about themselves that they can't handle the smallest amount of fucking insult. Like the fucking Virginia Tech dude.
yeah.
Uh, they fucking supposedly he did all that shooting shit because they're bullying him and they're like making fun of him and shit. And that's the point. Like, yeah, shit's cruel. Like, I understand people try to do like a no tolerance, like no bullying tolerance thing at school,
Yeah.
but at the same time, you're not gonna catch every single case. And
Oh
then
no.
it's the point where like if they do catch it, they do like the smallest amount of shit. It's not like, oh, zero tolerance, like we're gonna do this. It's no, it's like a slap on the wrist, and then you just end up pissing that person off, and they're gonna come back and torture that kid even more, and the kid's gonna be fucking terrified to go tell because you just got beat up for doing it.
Oh
We told
yeah.
you guys you didn't do shit about it.
Yeah, it just makes it worse.
Yeah, that's the thing. Like I said, people don't need to ban guns. Guns don't kill people. I have a gun right now. Like it hasn't fucking killed anybody. There's a difference between grabbing the gun and going out and shooting somebody or then just having a gun for self-defense.
Although I am pretty sure I just move a couple steps.
Ah! What is it? Guns don't kill people. My cousin Jesus does. But no, that's the thing though. Like they want to put so much blame on the gun, but it's an inanimate object. It's not gonna fucking kill somebody. There has to be some fucking sick fuck at the end of that gun that wants to take somebody's life or that's fucking going around looking for somebody to hurt.
Yep.
Like you get that person help. They can have a gun. Just get that person some form of fucking help, some kind of like a lifeline to help them out. And I know we said we weren't going to jump on this, but this is like a big part of what this is. We bring our fucking issues to the people. Like I get that they're here for like scary stories and like shit, but this is the scariest story you can think of. There's no ghost. There's no fucking no goblins, no demons. What it is, it's a mentally ill person that's not seeking the help that they need or not able to get the help they need
Yep.
that's going out into the real world and doing a shooting. Like you always think, oh, well, it's always like Virginia or California. But no, even in our own backyard, we had that fucking shooting at the Safeway when they fucking shot the governor.
Well, we had that. There was a house party somewhere up north where there was a shooting. A dude got shot in the face and he still got up and ended up shooting the shooter. But
Yeah, it's fucking terrifying shit. Even downtown at the hookah lounge, that chick got shot in the fucking face, got better, and then still ended up going back. As like, it's not just on the gunners at that point. Like, if you're making stupid decisions, it's kind of on you as well. Like, you're not
yeah,
gonna purposely walk yourself back to the place. Like, if I got shot in a place, I would for sure never go back to that place. But
I agree.
I don't know. That's the thing, though. Like, we as humans are so flawed to the point where we think we're fucking invincible and like nothing could happen. But you have to realize we are one of the most delicate systems on Earth. Literally, if you step wrong, you're gonna sprain your fucking ankle.
If you lift your arms up and take a breath, you could dislocate ribs.
Yeah, we had a whole conversation about this literally today on the drive to your place to record this about like all the rappers are getting shot and it's not that they're like intentionally in the way. It's that there's people that are greedy, that are mentally ill, that aren't right. They're going around and doing shit like that. And yes, I get that a couple of like the rappers, I don't want to say had it coming, but if you're like a gang member, you're putting yourself in that situation.
Yeah,
You are purposely putting yourself in that situation. Like there is no other way that this train's going to run through but through the tracks.
yeah. Play stupid games, win stupid prizes.
Exactly. And I get that there's also people like uh there's a song by a rapper called Joyner Lucas. It's called Devil's Work 2. If you guys have the time, just listen to it. It talks about like all like the rappers that recently died that got shot. He brings up a good point. It's like there's that rapper P&B Rock that they literally shot him while he was just eating chicken and waffles. And we talked about this on the car ride. And what was his name? Pop Smoke. they found the address. He didn't blur out an address on a package,
Yeah.
and like 6 dudes rolled up on him with like the youngest, I think, being like 15 or 16, and they robbed him, and they still killed him afterwards. And they tried selling his watches and all that shit. I guess that's probably how they got caught. But
Oh yeah.
at the same time, like you have people just trying to live their life. Like I get that a lot of people are like, oh, rap isn't work, but if these dudes hustled to get to where they're at, and then they're just killing them just for having nice shit, that's why I carry.
Well, I mean, think about it. The most terrifying thing to most people is death. So think about that. You know, if you try and kind of push this into not going with the podcast, because we talk about fears.
Oh,
That's
yeah.
basically what our podcast is about. Not just paranormal fears, but true fear, true horror. So
There's nothing more terrifying than a 15-year-old running at you with a gun.
yeah,
That's
not realizing that you could be walking down the street and for no reason just die.
yeah.
And not due to a car accident, not due to something that you couldn't help. It's something that was forced upon you that there's not a damn thing you could do. I mean, it could happen with a gun, a knife, a plastic bag. Like people don't realize it's not just guns killing people. I saw a video where some dudes were talking shit, and just because of that, one went up, stabbed a dude in the neck, and you watch him bleed out.
Yeah,
Like
that's the thing though. Like it's like you said, this podcast is like a big part of what we do is the paranormal. But then on the flip side of that coin, we have real life fears. We've covered it a bunch of times. We've covered it like random celebrity deaths, like the gangs.
oh
It's
yeah,
just basically it's terrifying because there's nothing more terrifying in life than thinking I could do literally everything in my life right. I could go to school. I can meet a nice wife. I can have a lovely family. I can not drink, not smoke, not do drugs. I can literally live my life as a perfect example of what a person's supposed to be.
giving out money to people to
Yeah,
help them
helping
out.
charities, helping people, the less fortunate out. But there's nothing more terrifying than realizing I could literally do everything in my life right. And then it can all be taken away at any second because somebody had a shitty life, because somebody didn't get the help that they needed, because somebody was abused when they were younger,
Yep.
because somebody decided to fucking smoke something and they got addicted to it. Now they need money to do whatever they need to do. There's
Yeah.
nothing more terrifying than knowing that our life is so fragile and in the balance that at any fucking moment it could be taken away. You expect to wake up and just live your life. Nobody expects to wake up and die that same day. And that's the tragedy of what life is just the finality of it. Like
Yeah.
some people, yeah, they get to live their lives to like 90 or 100, life well lived. But at the same time, you have people that like young people that are dying like 24 or 25. And
Shit,
sometimes they're
even
not even doing,
kids.
yeah, sometimes they're not even doing stupid shit. It's the decision of other people that impacted your life.
Yep.
That's the fucking crazy thing. That's what's so terrifying about this topic is no matter how well you live your life, no matter how virtuous your life is, there's always going to be somebody that can come in and bring your shit crashing down.
And that's why I'm going to start wearing my plate carrier.
I don't have a plate carrier, but I do have a gun. Like I said, I carry, so all y'all watch out. Don't fuck with Duffy.
Yosemite Sam.
And I went, brakakaka. But yeah, that's the thing. Like, that's why we cover like these stories. Like in a couple episodes, we'll do like half paranormal and half like real fear shit.
Yep.
That's because, like I said, life is so fragile. We want to think that we're invincible and we're like unkillable, but literally the smallest thing can fucking take you out. That's what a lot of people don't realize. They just live their life on fucking, it's like auto fucking play. And you don't realize that every single moment that you're alive, every single moment that you have with somebody, with your loved one, it's something to be cherished, even if it's not
Yep.
doing something major. It's just you have this time now. Enjoy the time you have because at any moment, something can go wrong.
Yeah.
And for
very
me,
true.
that's fucking terrifying. That is one of my biggest fears. Just like driving and then, like, Lord forbid, a fucking stray bullet hit me. Like, how many times have people died from that? Like, just like last year, that rapper from Migos, Takeoff. He was literally just celebrating a fucking at a
Bar
bowling
mitzvah.
alley. No, he was at a bowling alley with his cousin, which is the other one of the other Migos, and two people just brought out guns and started shooting each other, and he got killed because he got hit by stray bullets. Like, this dude didn't expect to go out and die. This dude went out to have a good time with his family, and just hang out at a fucking bowling alley, and then just two dumbasses go and fucking shoot, and a stray bullet hits them. That's what I'm saying. Life is precious, dude. Like, I know a lot of people say it and it sounds cheesy as fuck, but if you
But it
really,
is.
yeah, if you really think about it, like at any moment you can go out.
I mean, I was almost shot as a kid, but that's a story for a different time.
We'll circle back to this at some other time.
Right?
Yeah, it's like people that just shit goes sideways. People have different intentions for you than you have for yourself, and shit goes sideways.
That's why the best advice is, yes, always be careful and be aware of your surroundings, but at the same time, you got to live each day to its fullest and actually enjoy life. You can't just go through it with fear, but be prepared. As I was taught growing up, be prepared and ready for the worst and hope for the best.
Yeah, exactly. Hope for the best, prepare for the worst.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, but back to the paranormal now.
Ooh, cucuy.
All right, I have a story. So this one is translated from a different language.
All right, all
So
right.
just kind of be prepared. If there's a couple mistakes in there, just know it's not me. All right, so this is off Reddit as well.
All
And
right.
the title is It Wasn't a Little Girl.
Ooh.
I was camping with my husband and his family at a small remote lake in New Mexico. There were about 10 people in our group and another group of 6 people in the next campsite. It was nighttime and both groups were doing typical activities, making s'mores, having a drink, and telling stories, when we all heard what sounded like a little girl yelling out for help. Neither group had children with them, but we were all positive we were hearing a little girl and decided to search the area we heard the noise from together. There was a field behind the campsite, and we all saw a very tall, pure white figure standing maybe 100 feet away from us in the field, making the noise. We all agreed this thing looked maybe 6 feet tall, skinny, and white as can be. We made our way closer to investigate, but whenever it was that we saw started backing off as we got closer, and it disappeared into the trees. All night we continued to hear the little girl calling for help as we tried to sleep. Ghost.
Damn.
So
Well, that makes you wonder, what was it? Like, could it have been some sort of ghost? Could it have been, and I know this is probably going to get a chuckle, but a Sasquatch? I mean,
Sasquatch.
from listening to, a lot of stuff on that, they're known to mimic the voices of children.
Skinwalkers.
Exactly. Skinwalker.
Dude, I have
I
so
mean,
many Skinwalker videos I have to show you. It's like terrifying. Like, there's a dude that I think he records like in the Skinwalker Ranch and shit. I
mhm,
think I've showed you maybe 1 or 2 videos where
yeah.
it's like an abandoned little cabin and he's walking towards it because he hears like something going like help, help, and it sounds like it's
Oh,
like
yeah,
off a
you've
radio or
shown
some
me.
shit. Yeah, and then when he like starts getting closer, it sounds more like a like kind of like a talk to speech thing. Like it
Yeah.
sounds like real fake, like help me, help me.
Yep.
And then he fucking like he stops there and he's like fuck this, and his dog starts like freaking out. So they both start like running away, and then he turns back, and when he turns back, you can see like in the cracks of the cabin that something's darting from the inside. So I was like,
Damn.
even if that wasn't something paranormal, that was a setup if I've ever seen one.
I thought you were going to say, and the sound it made was. No, I mean that shit's terrifying because you don't know what it is. Like it could be a ghost, it could be a demon. There's so many things it could be, as well as so many things it can't be. But this isn't, this story isn't about getting into our paranormal investigation stuff where we try and debunk things. This is just trying to figure out what the hell that was.
I don't know, because if it's in an open field, my first thought went to what if somebody's buried there, and that's why it's located in that area. But it said they kept walking away. So if it's in the location of like a giant open field, it might be that something's attached to there, and
Yeah.
it's not gonna go fully away. But as soon as you get closer to try to figure out what it is, it's gonna keep going away.
Well, I mean, think about it. We don't know what the ancients used as burial grounds. We don't know everything that was,
I was
a
thinking
Native
less.
American
Yeah, I was
burial
thinking
ground.
less that and more that somebody probably just got murdered and they hid the body there because it's a campsite and then it's a giant field in the back.
Yeah. I mean,
That have you seen that movie, Lovely Bones?
it sounds familiar. I know I've seen it, but I've only seen it once, and
So
that was when it came out.
yeah, so it's like that serial killer dude. He builds like little bunkers, like in like fields and shit, like underground bunkers.
Yeah.
And he'll invite like little girls to go into the bunkers, and he shows them, and he decorates it like little clubhouses and shit. and he kills them in there, and then he destroys the bunker. Like he collapses it, so
Hmm.
it kind of like buries itself, and then he'll take the bodies and he'll hide them and all shit. But I was thinking, like, what if like something like that, like not an underground bunker, but what if they lured somebody from like a campsite and they just fucking killed them there? That'd be cool to do like some research on the campsite because it
Yeah.
was in New Mexico, so I feel like it'd be fairly easy to find what it was.
Oh, yeah, it should.
But yeah, dude, comb that area for dead bodies. I don't know, man. That seems very sketchy.
Well, if we could get a Daddy Fat Sacks to join us, we could do a daytime randonautica.
That would be fun. Like the last time we did that was kind of sketchy.
Yeah, it led us to that second spot where the shit was in the alley was kind of weird,
Mm-hmm.
where it's just like people just left and just like hauled ass with leaving their shit there.
That first spot, I wanted to go back and see what was in that fucking little box thing.
Oh, yeah, the dresser drawer.
Yeah, I want to see what was in there because there was something in there. There's a backpack, but I don't know what was inside.
Yeah, it's very interesting. I would definitely be up to doing it again and seeing what happens.
Yeah, that's. I don't know. That I would do. That would seem like fun to go do again
And now for
in the
that,
daytime.
yeah, and for that, guys, it would probably be raw audio. So, whatever background noises and stuff there are is just going to be there because I'd be basically taking our field recorder as soon as we get in the vehicle to start doing it, then
Yeah.
it'd just be that. So,
Yeah, that'd be interesting to do because I think out of the 3 locations, we got 2 good ones and the other one was like blocked off, so we couldn't reach it.
oh, yeah, the last one.
Yeah, but it kind of took us around the same place as the fucking first one.
Well, and it wanted us to go like just randomly far off in the desert. Like it took us up a trail,
Yeah.
but then off down a hill.
Oh yeah. That
Like,
was.
what kind of body is right there, you know?
Oh yeah, through like the whole like the walking thing, but I was like, it's too far in though.
Yeah. Yeah, that was a very weird one. But I guess we'll keep that as a surprise for you guys and you'll just see what happens,
Sneaky, sneaky.
what either stories, adventures, or paranormal debates come into play.
Yeah. Just let us know how you guys feel about these like half stories. Links are all in the comments. Just let us know. Give us some feedback.
Yeah, feel free. Hop on the Reddit, let us know, talk to us there, leave a comment in the review section, leave a review, just anything that you want to talk to us. Let us know what you think. Let us know your stories. But I think that's all we have for this episode.
Yes, sirree. That's it.
So we will see you guys on the next one.